Since its debut, Fortnite has amassed a bunch of amazing and awesome skins, but not all of them have a glorious legacy in the game, or the best reputation among players. Some are practically impossible to get your hands on now that certain seasons have passed. Some were removed from the Fortnite shop and the game much sooner than players had anticipated. Some were flat out ugly, and some have been brought back, causing major controversy between developer Epic Games and the millions of players who love the Battle Royale game. So today we're counting down the top 10 Fortnite skins that should be illegal. Most of the skins on our list are controversial in some way or another. Not saying that these skins should actually literally be illegal, but you can see why they've gotten the heat that they've received. Now with that in mind, let's jump into our list. Starting us off in at number 10, the Skull Trooper. The Skull Trooper was a fan favorite. The skin was a male avatar dressed in black with a full painted skeleton on his body and face. To celebrate Halloween, Epic Games decided to bring back the skin for a short time. Except it didn't have the reception that they expected. Wasn't anything wrong with the skin really, but rather, players were getting cheesed over whether re-releasing it was cool or not. Actually. So for context, Fortnite cycles in new cosmetics every season. Once a season is over, you can't unlock any of the skins again from that season, although occasionally they may appear in the shop for a certain amount of time, and V-Bucks. Skull Trooper, who was released initially in Season 2, was one that you had to pay V-Bucks for. Afterwards it never reappeared in the shop, making it quite rare. And players who had this skin felt that it carried prestige because of its rarity and the time in which it was originally released. Because of the re-release, it lost value, and some players saw this as a way to mock OG Fortnite players. Speaking of which, moving on to number 9, Red Knight. Red Knight is a similar case as our last number. Now for a long time, many considered the Red Knight as one of the most sought after skins of the game. And of course, Fortnite announced in July of 2018 that the skin was returning to the item shop, which had players pretty peeved. The Red Knight was also a Season 2 exclusive, and was the female counterpart to the Black Knight. Now fun fact, the skin was never actually meant to have been an exclusive though, since it initially wasn't a part of the Season 2 Battle Pass, and many feel that this re-release was actually justified based off that fact. And at number 8, Bright Gunner. Fans were a little pissed over the Bright Gunner when it came out in the Fortnite shop, costing the equivalent of around 15 bucks in real life. Why? Well, because Bright Gunner, an epic skin who was part of the Sunshine and Rainbow set, was basically just a lame ripoff of Bright Bomber. Many players saw them as kind of one and the same, so to get him, well, people felt that was a waste of money. Moving on to number 7, Galaxy Skin. The Galaxy Skin wasn't exclusive for those who were playing Fortnite Beta for Android, but as a cross-promotion for the release of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 phone. Now the offer was that between August 10th, 2018 and August 23rd of 2018, anyone who pre-ordered the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 could get the skin plus 15,000 V-Bucks, or they could get a pair of AKG noise-canceling headphones. The choice was theirs. Thing was, this skin was pretty ugly, which annoyed a lot of people. In addition to that, there were a lot of people trying to hack their way into getting the skin without having the Android phone, something that Epic Games managed to crack down on. Regardless, wasn't that pretty, and a lot of people were like, maybe I'll get the headphones instead. And at number 6, Rex. Rex is a skin that some players love and others hate. Why? Well, for a legendary skin, many people feel it falls short in comparison to other skins of that class, even when it has its back bling attached to it. It's just not worth the 2,000 V-Bucks that it goes for in the store, and some players feel that that money is better spent elsewhere. It's just a regular skin inside of a dinosaur suit, really. Not even an actual dinosaur, making many consider it to be way too overhyped and overpriced. Up next, number 5, Fish Stick. Here's another case of player backlash over a skin that was just unfortunate to look at. Oh, the vanity friends. This is Fish Stick. As you can imagine, some players took one look at poor Fish Stick and were like, whoa, nope, I'm good thanks. Others were like, ugh, gross, get Fish Stick out of here. So the reason poor Fish Stick makes our list of skins that should be illegal is because, well, surely that was a comment that someone out there made about this aquatic themed skin. Yeah, he's pretty ugly. And his Coral Cruiser is, well, nonsensical and pretty lame. But hey, I'm sure someone out there actually liked Fish Stick. Or am I wrong? Let us know in those comments below, friends. Up next, number 4, Flytrap. Flytrap was a legendary skin that cost you a good chunk of change in the Fortnite shop. It kinda had a devilish look to it and felt as if it were trying to be a male Poison Ivy, but it didn't really quite get there conceptually. Many people felt that Flytrap wasn't all that great of a skin and that it was an idea that wasn't properly executed. Others felt that his aesthetic was ugly right from the get-go, with one user on Reddit literally saying that its colors looked like the combination of vomit and blood mixed together. I mean, accurate, to an extent. It's not wrong. And at number 3, Moisty Merman. Oh dear lord, what is that? Oh, Sorry, I was just a little thrown off with how downright hideous this skin is. And so were many other players. Moisty Merman, which, for starters, is a terrible name regardless of the area of the map that it's named after, is definitely not a looker. That being said, considering this is a game where you're trying to kill pretty much every other player out there, maybe Moisty Merman makes for one hell of a good scare tactic. Regardless, it's not the prettiest looking skin on the block, now is it? Nightmare fuel, really. Coming back to controversy, and at number 2, Calamity. Last year when the Calamity skin was released, fans couldn't help but notice one of her specific details. Her boobs jiggled. A lot. Considering that many of Fortnite's players are 12-year-old boys or around that age, you kinda see why it's a detail that didn't slip under the radar. Anywho, players noticed this when the cowboy girl themed avatar would do the jubilation dance. This caused Epic Games to release a statement saying that this detail was, I quote, "unintended, embarrassing, and it was careless for us to let it ship. We are working now to fix this as soon as possible." Naturally, there was opposition to this, but not in the way that you'd think. Some players commented on the statement asking why people were getting upset over boobs when the game itself is a battle royale, a genre that inherently is about murdering hundreds of people. So yeah, priorities, I guess. And finally, in at number 1, another controversial one, the NFL skins. Back in November of 2018, Fortnite teamed up with the NFL to release a bunch of American football themed jersey skins, which instantly became a hit. But fairly soon after the release, they were removed from the game. 4 days after the release, actually. While employees at Epic Games claim that this was consistent with how they cycle every other skin into the game, saying that no items stay in our store long term, others believe it's because some players took creative liberties that were, well, a bit triggering to some. The skin allowed players to choose a number to put on the back of their jerseys that they purchased. This led to some creating avatars that represented real-life players, like former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. Others made more bold choices, like creating Aaron Hernandez, a former New England Patriots tight end who was found guilty of murder and later committed suicide in prison. Oof. Another player created O.J. Simpson and tweeted out, "O.J. Simpson skin so I can murder these opponents and try to get away with the W." So yeah, you can see why Epic and the NFL probably felt a little bit awkward about it all. Alright, there we have it friends. Which of these Fortnite skins do you think is the most controversial? And which one should make a return? Give us a shout in those comments below and let us know your thoughts. If you dug this video, spread the love, hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for more lists just like these. In the meantime though, thanks for watching friends. I'll catch you all in our next video.